Now I'm going to show you another type of elasticity that is called cross price elasticity of demand. So the cross price elasticity of demand actually measures the change in quantity of one good, let's say good A, and due to the change in price of another good, good B. So there are two goods here. So how the change in price of good B affects the change in quantity of good A. So how people respond to the quantity demand of good A because there has been a change in price of good B. So this is a case of cross price elasticity, right? So good A, good B, two goods. The formula is also like quite similar to the price elasticity of demand and income elasticity of demand using midpoint method. However, we are basically looking into the change in price of good B, let's say. So this change in price is for good B. But we're looking into the effect or the impact of that change on the quantity demand of good A. Hence, this is the quantity demand of the change in quantity demand of good A. So price change of good B affecting quantity demand for good A. So for different values, it signifies different things. Like, so for example, if cross price elasticity of demand is greater than 0, then good A and good B are substitute goods. Example, tea and coffee. So what's happening here? So imagine you love coffee. So if you love coffee, you spend money on it, right? But now the price of coffee beans in the market is high. So how this price hike in the coffee market would affect the quantity demand of the of tea consumption. So the demand for the tea in the market. So tea and coffee are classic substitute goods. Like, you, if the price of coffee is very high, probably you would choose tea over coffee. But I personally love tea. I would choose tea any day over coffee. But then again, if the price of tea is really high, then probably at one point I will shift to coffee. So these are substitute goods. Now, this is when the cross price elasticity of demand is greater than 0. So for example, when you're looking to two goods and you find out that the value is let's say 1.5, this means that the goods are substitute goods. Now when you get a negative value, then the goods are complementary goods, like tea and milk, tea and sugar, coffee and milk, car and oil. So these are complementary goods. These goods complement each other. For example, that for to drive a car or vehicle, in its or vehicle, you need fuel, right? So let's say oil is a fuel. So oil and car are complementary goods. So how the market, let's say, if there's a change in price of oil, then how does it affect the quantity demand for cars? So this is what we are looking into here. So whenever the CPD is less than 0, the goods are complementary goods. And whenever the CPD is equals to 0, the goods are neutral. So it doesn't matter. So these are neutral goods. And also try to figure this out using your previous understanding of elasticity, that I'm telling that when CPD is greater than 1, this is a case of elastic good. So remember that elasticity is basically responsiveness, like how much you respond to a change of a determinant. So here I'm telling that when CPD is greater than 1, the good is elastic. When the CPD's value is in between 0 and 1, in between 0 and 1, then we're dealing with, then the good is inelastic. When the value of CPD is between -1 and 0, the good is inelastic. When the value of good is less than -1, the good is elastic. So note here that it would be 0 less than CPD less than 1. Okay. So try to figure this out. If you cannot, then do ask your instructors.